A Southeast Asian startup just became a billion-dollar player, and most of you have never heard of it. Meet Respond.io, a Malaysian company building AI agents that handle customer conversations at scale. They just raised $62.5 million in new funding, and now they are hunting for acquisitions in North America and Europe. Think of it this way: every customer service conversation your business has, every email, every chat, every support ticket. That's exactly what Respond.io's AI is learning to automate. But here's what makes this different from the chatbots you've encountered before. These aren't simple scripted responses. These are AI agents that truly understand context, learn from conversation history, and make real decisions about what your customer needs. Why does this matter right now? Because we're in the middle of a seismic change in how AI gets deployed. It's not happening in San Francisco anymore. It's happening in Kuala Lumpur, Singapore, Berlin. The next wave of AI adoption isn't coming from the usual suspects. It's coming from lean, hungry teams in places nobody was watching. This funding proves something critical. The global AI economy is fundamentally changing. You've got OpenAI, Google, Anthropic fighting at the model layer. But there's an entire ecosystem emerging below that: platforms for deploying AI, automation tools, agent frameworks. Respond.io just signaled they are playing for the big table, and they're not waiting for permission. Respond.io started with a simple observation. Businesses were drowning in customer conversations. Emails, WhatsApp messages, Facebook Messenger, Instagram DMs, SMS. Every platform meant another scattered conversation thread. There's no unified inbox. There's no way to automate smart responses. It's chaos. The company launched from Kuala Lumpur in 2017 with a mission to centralize all customer messaging in one place. Think of it as a unified inbox meets automation platform meets AI backbone. They built a system that lets businesses see every conversation stream in one dashboard, route messages to the right team, and increasingly, let AI agents handle routine interactions. For nearly a decade, they've been growing quietly while the world obsessed over ChatGPT and LLM. They weren't chasing headlines. They were chasing profitability and customer lock-in. And it worked. They reached profitability faster than most startups. They built a customer base across Southeast Asia, expanded to India, Australia, then the United States. What changed recently is the architecture of enterprise AI itself. Companies realized they don't want a general-purpose chatbot from San Francisco. They want their own AI trained on their data, speaking with their voice, making decisions in their domain. Respond.io pivoted to become that tool. This latest funding round is them declaring, "We are not a Southeast Asian regional player anymore. We are a global platform. We are buying our way into North America and Europe." So how does Respond.io's AI actually work? Let's break it down. At the core, they've built a system that understands context from full conversation history. When a customer messages in, the AI doesn't just pattern match keywords. It reads the entire thread, understands what they've already tried, and decides whether to route them to a human or handle it autonomously. A standard chatbot is stateless. Each message is almost independent. Respond.io's system is stateful. It remembers everything. A customer's fifth contact about billing, the AI knows they've contacted before and might need escalation to a supervisor. The second layer is integration. Respond.io connects to your CRM, payment system, knowledge base, inventory. When the AI handles a conversation, it's not deciding in a vacuum. It's pulling real data. Can you offer a discount to keep the customer? It checks your margin database. Does the customer have service history? It reads their account. The third layer is customization. Respond.io doesn't sell one-size-fits-all chatbots. They give you infrastructure to train your own AI on your company's conversations, domain knowledge, industry language. A bank's customer service AI works completely differently from a retail AI or SaaS support AI. That's why companies are ditching generic chatbots and buying into platforms like Respond.io. They're not paying for a pre-built solution. They are paying for an AI factory tailored to their business. Let me give you 3 real examples of what this means. First, customer support at scale. You run an e-commerce business with 500 inquiries daily. Half are returns, address, authorization number, return window status. An AI trained on your return policy, shipping systems, and refund matrix handles this entire category without human touch. faster resolution, lower cost per ticket. If it's complex or needs a refund exception, it escalates with full context. Second, lead qualification. You're a SaaS company. Leads pour in via WhatsApp, Messenger, website chat. Every qualification call is slow and repetitive. Company size, team count, timeline, an AI trained on your sales playbook and CRM can qualify 80% of leads before they talk to your sales team. Your salespeople focus on hot prospects only. Third, appointment scheduling. You're a service business, law, consulting, healthcare. Your chatbot picks up calls. It knows your calendar, team availability, pricing, service types. It books appointments, sends confirmations, handles reschedules, all automatically. These aren't sci-fi. They are happening now. Companies using Respond.io report 50 to 70% reduction in support tickets needing humans. Here's where it gets interesting. Multiply that across thousands of businesses globally, and you're looking at millions of jobs being transformed overnight. Not eliminated, transformed. Support teams change from handling tickets to managing AI agents. Sales teams focus on closing instead of qualification. Customer service becomes strategic instead of transactional. Respond.io is building the platform powering this change. How does Respond.io stack up against competitors? The landscape is fragmented. On one side, you've got Twilio infrastructure. You build on top of it, write code. Respond.io is end-to-end with no coding. You plug in logic, define workflows, train your AI. Different league. Then there's Intercom, Zendesk, Freshdesk, customer support platforms with bolted-on AI. Generic AI, not built for the job. It's a feature, not the foundation. Respond.io is different because AI is baked in from the ground up. Every conversation is AI-ready. Every workflow is AI first. Their edge isn't technology, it's product design. They built for an AI-native world. Locally in Southeast Asia, they're basically unopposed. No competitor has their profitability, customer base, or geographic advantage. Globally, they compete against us and European startups that raised more money but operate less efficiently. Respond.io's cost structure is better because they're based in Kuala Lumpur, not Silicon Valley. Here's the deeper story. The tech industry is decentralizing. Winners aren't just coming from California anymore. They're coming from Bangalore, Tel Aviv, Singapore, Kuala Lumpur. Regions with lower costs, hungry talent, fierce competition. Respond.io proves this. They're not a regional player learning to compete globally. They're a global competitor that happened to be built in Malaysia. That's the leverage. Lower operational costs mean they can outbid and outspend us competitors on customer acquisition and product development. That's how a Malaysian startup raises $62.5 million and credibly eyes acquisitions on 2 continents. So what does this $62.5 million raise actually mean? 3 big things. First, consolidation. Companies with $62.5 million don't raise and sit still. They buy. Respond.io is hunting for acquisitions in North America and Europe. That means startups in customer service, AI, lead qualification, chatbots. They're about to get a huge price check from a hungry acquirer. Respond.io brings customer base, technology, reputation, powerful combo for founders wanting liquidity. Second, enterprise automation accelerates. When Respond.io lands in Europe and the United States with a fully staffed team, funded roadmap, and proven playbook, they'll win deals normally going to Intercom or Zendesk. The 50 to 70% automation we discussed isn't future possibility. It's rolling out across continents now. Businesses that don't adopt within 18 months will have significantly higher customer service costs than competitors. Cost pressure forces adoption. Third, geopolitical implications. A Malaysian company outcompeting American and European rivals on their home turf. That's not normal. It signals the playbook for building globally competitive tech is no longer start in Silicon Valley, then expand. It's build lean, build operationally efficient, then scale globally with lower unit economics. If Malaysian entrepreneurs can do this, so can teams in Vietnam, India, Poland, Brazil. Respond.io is signaling that tech leadership in the next decade isn't geographic. It's about ruthless operational excellence. So what do you actually do with this information? 3 practical things. First, if you're running a customer-facing business, e-commerce, SaaS services, you need to move faster on AI agent adoption. Not ChatGPT, not a generic chatbot. A custom AI trained on your conversations, integrated with your data, handling your specific workflows. Respond.io is one platform. There are others: Intercom, Freshdesk, new startups. The point is, don't wait for it to be obvious. By the time it's obvious, your competitors have already cut their support costs by 40% and you're scrambling to catch up. Second, if you work in customer support, sales operations, or customer success, your job is about to transform. You're not disappearing, your role is. Instead of handling tickets, you're managing the AI that handles tickets. You're defining the rules it follows, reviewing edge cases, catching when it needs human judgment. Think of yourself as an AI supervisor, not a ticket handler. Start thinking about how to pivot your skills in that direction. Third, if you're an entrepreneur, this is your cue. Respond.io proved the playbook. Build operationally lean, focus on a specific problem, reach profitability early, then expand globally. You don't need a Silicon Valley address. You don't need venture capital first. You need ruthless execution and lower cost structures. That advantage compounds. The AI agent revolution isn't coming in 2027. It's here now. Respond.io's $62.5 million raise proves the money knows it. Here's what this story boils down to. A Malaysian startup just raised $62.5 million because enterprise is shifting from managing conversations to automating them. That transition isn't even. It's fastest for teams with the right platform and architecture. Respond.io is one, and their capital infusion just accelerated the timeline everywhere. The next 18 months, watch three things. Watch consolidation, which customer service startups get acquired by Respond.io or competitors. Watch adoption curves, which industries move to AI-driven customer service first. And watch geopolitics, how many more startups like Respond.io emerge from Malaysia, Vietnam, India, regions outside Silicon Valley. Here's the bigger picture. AI is becoming a cost center, not magic. The winners aren't the ones with the biggest labs or smartest researchers. They're the ones who deploy AI cheapest and operate most efficiently. Right now, that edge belongs to lean companies in low-cost regions with hungry teams. Respond.io proving that model works globally is huge. The next decade of tech isn't about which region has the best talent. All regions do. It's about which have the discipline to ship relentlessly and operate with minimal waste. If you're watching AI and tech geopolitics, Respond.io's $62.5 million moment is your sign the tectonic plates are shifting. Follow for daily updates as this develops. New AI headlines every day.